Cataract Gorge is a river gorge in Launceston, 1.5 kilometres from the city centre. It's one of the region's premier tourist attractions. The chairlift is the longest single-span chairlift in the world, at 457 metres. Built in 1972, the longest span at that time was 308 metres. The Alexandra Suspension Bridge was officially opened on November 29, 1904, and enabled visitors to walk from one side of the gorge to the other. It takes about 10 minutes for the ride across the gorge and the first basin. Top speed is a sedate 1 metre per second, but the chairlift runs slower than that to give the passengers a longer ride. The gorge, as the locals call it, began forming around 15 million years ago, when the South Esk River cut through faults in the hard dolcite of the area to join the Tamar River. The northern side, named the Cliff Grounds, is a landscape Victorian garden containing ferns, exotic plants and plenty of peacocks putting on a display for the ladies. The rotunda at the gorge, built in the 1890s, still stands today. Cataract Gorge is renowned for its natural beauty, but it took dynamite, the digging up of a swamp and planting of scores of trees over 100 years ago to make it the tourism drawcard it is today. The village of Grindelwald was established in the 1980s as a unique residential development. All the houses have been built in the Swiss style, with wide eaves, flower boxes, window shutters and balconies, with views of the Tamar Valley, just 16 kilometres northwest of Launceston. Developed by Rolf Vos, a Dutch immigrant, after he sold his supermarket chain to Woolworths. It was built around an artificial lake on the edge of the 40-hectare Tamar Valley Resort, which shares the Swiss architectural style. The Tamar Valley Resort at Grindelwald includes a range of activities, including a shopping arcade, news and gift store, clothing store, golf pro shop, cafe and a bakery. You can test your skill at the 18-hole mini golf course or play around on the 10-hole public golf course. The Tamar Valley Resort also has many accommodation options, including the Grand Chateau Hotel or self-contained family chalets. The Tasmania Zoo, located 18 kilometres from Launceston, is home to the state's largest collection of native and exotic animals. The zoo is fully accredited by the Zoo and Aquarium Association. Opened in 2003 by Richard Warren and his daughter Rochelle Penny. Warren created the zoo as a legacy to Tasmania. He wanted to create the zoo so he could show these exotic and endangered animals, and people from Tasmania could see them right here in their own state. Over the past 15 years, the small fauna park has grown from native wildlife to now include exotic and threatened species, and participates in formal conservation programs. In October 2020, the zoo unveiled an electronic Tyrannosaurus Rex that had been housed at the Queen Victoria Museum. The T-Rex weighs 700 kilograms and was too large to travel when the exhibit moved to New Zealand.
Grammy's in heaven. Oh, look at that.
$60 was money well spent for the meerkat experience. We had done this once before, but with only 2 animals who were quite shy. You can tell by the smile on Vicky's face that this one is a success.